Welcome back to Winning Love by Daylight, a game that I haven't played since like 2022 or so, but I really loved it back then. And it has had at least one major update since I last played, and at least two since I last played through most of the pathways. So I thought, why not come back to it and actually finish playing the game that is evidently a winner and a multi-finalist in a bunch of really good narrative, visual art, accessibility, representation. Excellent. Let's go. Day 1. You start to notice weird things. You started the day early and wander about the quiet corridors as you walk to your first class. Only a few students are here, as mostly teachers hurry about preparing for their first classes. Stopping by your locker, you grab the book for your first class, then pop into the classroom. After you had detention yesterday, you're not eager to get into any more trouble. Oh, you're early too. I'm gonna have to figure out voices for these characters. Characters that I have known since I was barely out of college. I should save while I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Hey, Emily. You watch Emily examine you closely with a sly smile. You recognize her from detention yesterday, but you haven't really spoken to each other before. I was hoping I'd get a chance to talk to you after we were in detention together. What did you even do to get in trouble? I was late to class. Again. Yeah, that's what they got me for, too. And why I'm here just as early as you today. She sighs, pauses, and then lets out a yawn. But I guess it's just you and me for a minute. What's your name again? I'm... Oh, I didn't think this through. Should I be me? Should I be me? I should probably be a version of me. I'm gonna be Emmy. That's me. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Emmy, that's right. Oh, yeah. You're Emily. I should not have picked Emmy. That's gonna be confusing, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm so bad with names. You know what? Mood. The teacher walks in and starts erasing the last lesson's notes off the board as the other students slowly trickle in. Math, by the looks of it. Later, Emmy. The teacher drones on about some boring lecture about the color orange for the whole class, or at least that's what you managed to write notes about. You're too tired to pay close attention to the class because you were up late playing video games again. The bell rings, and you wander out slowly, following everyone. You spot Emily stopped at a locker in the hallway, talking to your friend Maya, who kept you up late last night to grind for loot in the new RPG you've been playing together, Castle Caloroxis. Maya pulls a silly face at you, and then they both walk to their next class. You grab your next book out of your locker and head back into the same classroom. You've known Maya for a few years now. She lives across the street from you, above a convenience store. She stands out because she's always carrying her laptop around, which makes the occasional distracting beep, and has a huge yellow puffy coat. You mosey over to your seat and join the other students as they're milling in. Students, I'd like to introduce you to our new student joining us today. The student with a huge jumper and long black boots stands up at the front of the classroom, smiling, but a little bit shy. No one seems to notice that she's very obviously a demon. You try not to stare. Wow, is it suddenly loud or is it just me? It's fine. This is, It's Molly, miss. The teacher sighs and barely looks up from their desk, mentally preparing for the class to begin. Sure thing. Take a seat, Molly, and, maybe get that sunburn looked at, yes? The teacher doesn't even seem to notice anything weird about this new student. You wonder if you're the only person seeing them. Class drags on, with the teacher droning on about wacky things that happen in history. I mean, that does sound fun. One student, in particular, who you think is pretty new as well, seems to be constantly asking questions. Taking a glance over at Molly, you see that she's practically hiding under her hoodie and barely paying attention to the teacher. The bell rings, and you follow everyone out into the hallway, again as you put your books back into your locker. An impatient face appears beside you. You're in my way. That's kind of the same voice that I've been doing. I gotta pick a different voice. You're in my way. You would look up to match her gaze, but you're completely distracted by the huge sword she carries by her side. How the heck did she get a sword in here, through the metal detectors? Your puzzled and stunned face doesn't stop her from nudging you aside to get into her locker. You watch silently as she throws her things inside, then hurries off. You can't be sure, but you think that the sword somehow just pulled an obscene face at you. It's still, I gotta turn this down some more. Like, it's good tunes. They really set the mood. But I want to make sure they're not too loud for the recording. Oh yeah, there's a shortcut. I forgot that. Entering the cafeteria for lunch a bit late, you find it is already pretty crowded. I'm gonna go sit with Molly because she's by herself, and that feels sad. You decide to go over and sit with Molly, who's sitting by herself. As you approach the table, she barely notices you. She seems to be staring off into space. Hey Molly. She looks over to you, shyly, as you sit across from her. She gently peels back her hood, and you can see her small red horns poking through her hair. She catches you staring at them and looks away. Awkwardly, you try and stir up a conversation. How's your first day going so far? Molly looks up at you as you ask, and you try to smile encouragingly.
Slow, I guess. It's definitely a change from what I'm used to.
Where'd you transfer from? You watch as she visits uncomfortably. That was probably a dumb question. She's a demon, right? She's probably from hell, or somewhere equally unpleasant.
Florida.
You try not to look shocked at the answer. I've never been. Did you like it there?
It's okay. I do feel a bit weird being all the way out here.
Oh, it is certainly very quiet. Awkwardly sit in silence. You both sit there comfortably in silence, listening to the sounds of the other students excitedly chatting. She puts one earbud in to listen to some music and gives you a gentle smile. You both enjoy the relaxing lunchtime in the cafeteria, and Molly seems to appreciate not being completely alone on her first day. Good. She also probably appreciates not being bothered about her appearance either. The bell goes off, and you both get swept away from the cafeteria through the crowds of other students. Looking back, you manage to flash each other a little smile as you stumble out. You don't have any classes left for the day, so you can go home early. One of the perks of being about to graduate. You take your regular shortcut towards your house through the cluster of trees behind the school. The suburb you live in is pretty rural, so apart from the occasional wildlife, it's a quiet place to be. Your place is on the main road, but a little way down from where most of the shops are, so you're lucky to have the convenience store across the street. As you walk along, you spot another student seemingly hiding behind one of the rocks. Hey there.
Ah! Oh, it's just a kid. I thought you were a teacher.
Willow, whom you have a class with on Tuesdays, turns away from you to pick up a potted plant. Are you skipping class or something?
Yes, but shush. Please don't tell.
She blushes a bit. Skipping classes doesn't seem to be something she does often.
It's a woodworking class. I just couldn't bear to drill holes into it and glue it to strange things.
She shudders thinking about it. As you look closer, you see a strange creature in the pocket of her overalls. You decide not to think about it. Today has been too weird already. Don't worry, I'll keep your secret.
Thanks.
You slowly trudge through the tree-clogged path and get back to your house. Your parents aren't home yet, and it's already started to get darker pretty early in the day. You heat up some of last night's leftover lasagna and carry it up to your room. What should I get up to? Let's play some Castle Cal Roxas with Maya. You log on to find Maya is already online and crushing it in a raid. I didn't do a voice for Maya yet, or did I?
Why'd you take so long to get home? I'm already 2 levels ahead of you.
Yeah, okay, I'm coming. Help me catch up instead of complain, okay? You end up playing together for a few hours before you go to sleep exhausted. Maya stays up and keeps playing without you. How does she have so much energy? Groggily, you wake up, eyes burning from too much screen time last night. That may have been a mistake. Day 2, there's magic about.
Are you ready to come down for breakfast yet, Emmy?
I don't know what voice to make my mom's voice. Because I don't know how to do my actual mom's voice. Not that this character looks like my actual mom. It's fine. Looking around, you quickly throw on some clean clothes and head downstairs.
Were you up late playing video games again, Emmy?
Yeah, but it's okay. I'm pretty in front of my studies.
Your friend Maya's a bad influence on you.
Since she's called Mum, I'm apparently giving her a British accent.
Your friend Maya's a bad influence on you, you know. I wonder what her parents think about her staying up so late all the time.
Mum pushes the materials to make your own bowl of cereal to you from across the table while she finishes up her own breakfast.
Anything exciting happened at school yesterday?
I met a few new people who I hadn't really talked to before.
Anyone interesting?
Talk about the new student, Molly.
Yeah, this new student, Molly, was introduced in one of my classes today.
I probably shouldn't mention that she looks like a demon.
She's pretty shy, but I guess it's understandable since it's her first day here. You should try and talk to her more often then. Be her friend. She could probably use someone to help her get settled.
That's a good idea. Finishing up your breakfast, you stagger back upstairs to finish getting ready for school, then head out walking through your usual shortcut through the woods. You end up arriving at school early again, while not many people are around yet. You wonder if Emily is here early again as well. No one seems to be here, so you decide to get comfortable in your seat and get your books out for a minute or two of quick study. Catching up on some notes? Oh, you're not Emily again.
Yeah, I just wanted to get through some notes quickly before class.
I'm Alana. I've only been here a little while. I think we've got 2 classes together.
You wonder why so many people keep coming to this school right towards the end of the year. You remember seeing her in one of your history classes. She was the one asking so many questions.
You any good at history? I'm super interested in it, but there's so much to take in. Wanna maybe tutor me? I can help you with math or something.
I do need help in math, presumably. She pulls a cute face at you as she asks, hoping it'll help you say yes. Yeah, okay, maybe. I do okay in history class.
Awesome! I'm in the library after school this afternoon if you want to come find me.
Yeah, cool. You both smile at each other before settling down into your own seats. The teacher wanders in, as a few other students have already taken their seats around the classroom. Looking around the classroom, you spot a few familiar faces, specifically Molly, who you sat and had lunch with yesterday. As you're looking over at her, you smile and wave. She gives you a big smile back and waves quickly, before returning her attention to the teacher. The teacher then begins to drone on about what will be on the final exam. You listen intently, but often you find yourself curious as to what the other students are doing. The bell rings after a long, boring class. Before you all run off to your next class, don't forget the prom is coming up soon, so make sure you get your tickets or you're going to miss out. What voice do I do for Kiana? Well, I gotta make up a voice for Kiana. Oh no, why am I panicking? Why is it so hard for me to make voices up?
Do we know what the theme is yet? I need to plan my outfit.
Kiana is one of the most popular girls at the school. She's also the football team quarterback. Rumor is they still haven't found the ball she threw at the tryouts.
No, Kiana, the theme hasn't been revealed yet. Hopefully early next week the principal will make an announcement.
Oh yeah, the prom. I should probably figure out who I'm going to ask for the prom. You follow the rest of your classmates into the hallway to get your books for the next class. You've seen June walking up the hallway towards you, and her locker.
You're in my way again.
She seems just as grumpy as she was yesterday. Sorry? Yeah, move it, Noid.
Go easy on Emmy, June.
Emily, who just showed up out of nowhere, seems to have your back. June barely reacts and quietly trudges off to her next class.
Sorry about her. She's going through some family stuff at the moment.
Did the sword just yell at me?
Oh, yeah, it's a whole thing.
Why are you acting like that's super normal? She's had it for a long time, I guess. We're actually good friends, not that you'd notice. You notice the corridor is emptied as the next class is about to start. I'm gonna be late for class again. I better run, thanks though. You scoop your books out of your locker and zip to your next class. You walk into your next class late to a withering stare from your teacher. As I was saying, K.E. Burchett said, colors seen together to produce a pleasing effective response are said to be in harmony. And humans have the ability to perceive 2.8 million different colors. Therein, it becomes quite difficult to accurately choose a palette that will adequately convey the feeling to the audience that you are intending. Some theorists and artists believe juxtapositions of complementary color will produce strong contrast, a sense of visual tension, as well as color harmony. While others believe juxtapositions of analogous colors will elicit a positive aesthetic response. Ensure that you are paying attention to what colors you're using. Often, creating a small test palette and measuring those colors against where they will be painted will give you the opportunity to visualize how they will fit. You look down at the few notes that you've scribbled on your sketchbook. You only signed up for art class for final year, thinking it would be a cruisy experience, but you were mistaken. Looking over to the desk next to you, you can see Sophie vividly sketching a picture of something brown. It's probably too early to guess what it is. You spend some time working on sketches of your own. It isn't long before the bell rings for lunch, and you follow the crowd into the cafeteria. Looking around the cafeteria, you notice a few people at different tables that you recognize. That new student, Molly! You decide to go over and sit with Molly, who's sitting by herself. My mom told me to make friends. You walk over to Molly's table and sit across from her. She looks up, taking her headphones out.
Hey again.
She lets out a small smile. She seems to enjoy your company. Hey, what are you listening to?
It's really weird, and I'm kind of embarrassed to say, ahaha.
You're talking to a complete weirdo over here. I'm sure it can't be that strange.
It's, a podcast. This guy just sits on his balcony in the city and describes stuff that he can see going on. I know it sounds super boring, but it's relaxing. For the most part, he describes what people are wearing as they walk past, but he also points out cool cars that he sees.
You're right, that is weird.
It's like the ultimate slice of life kind of experience. It helps me get away from stressful places.
Yeah, that I can understand. Can you show me some? You slide around the table to sit next to her, and she offers you one of the earbuds.
I'll start again from the start for you. Wouldn't want to miss anything.
She giggles and starts the show for you. Good afternoon, listeners. It's currently a chilly day here, which means, you guessed it, it's winter coat season. We've got a middle-aged businesswoman taking it slow through the street as her beige scarf wiggles around in the wind. Not far behind her is a bald guy that I bet is regretting not wearing a beanie today. You hear the bell go off over the podcast. It's not that bad. Feels more like something to listen to before bed and help you relax.
Yeah, I do that too sometimes.
You both pick up your things and start heading to your different classes.
Catch you later.
You head out to your locker to get your books for the next class. As you settle into your last class for the day, the teacher's already running through the class at top speed. All the students are furiously scribbling to try and keep up with the notes taking place. You don't seem to bother keeping up. The year's almost over anyway. Okay, now, choose a partner to continue working on this amongst yourselves. I know it's the same teacher, but there's only 2 teachers, and so I feel like the different classes should have different teachers, you know? You look around at who your partner should be. Molly! You decide to approach Molly. Hey, need a partner?
Yeah.
Did you catch what we were supposed to be doing?
Not really. I'm not very good with this sort of thing. I'm a pictures, not a words person.
That I totally get. I'm the same. Would rather play a video game than read a book.
Yeah. What did you want to do then?
Want to just listen to some more of that podcast and scribble something random down?
Yeah, okay. I've got the latest episode here.
Molly offers you one of the earphones and you put it in. Today's episode is actually going to be pretty exciting as there's been some kind of fender bender outside. It looks like a little hatchback has slid along some of the snow and bumped into the back of a workman's ute. They're both out and arguing. Well, I think it's arguing. It's a lot of arm waving if it isn't arguing. I feel like because the terminology suggests non-American English, I feel like more of the people should have British accents or Australian accents or etc. But unfortunately, I'm not as good at doing a bunch of them without them all kind of ending up being samey. So everybody's gonna get whatever accent they end up with, and it's gonna be fine. Looks like the tow truck is just showing up now. In peeling away the smaller car from the truck, it's created an unholy metal scraping noise that you might have been able to hear. I am not jealous of that guy right now. You get distracted by the bell ringing and start to pack up your things. Molly seemed to appreciate your company, even if you didn't really complete the schoolwork. The teacher gives you a frown as you walk out of the classroom. Kiana catches you after the class in the hallway. Hey, you're Emily's friend, right? Yeah. You should come hang out at practice with us tonight. Usually it'll be a bunch of us end up sitting around joking about stuff. It'll be fun. Yeah, maybe. Kiana heads off. You seem to get changed and prepared for practice. Well, that's it for your classes today. What are you going to do this afternoon? I told Alana I would help tutor her, so we're going to go do that. But we're actually going to end this episode here, and in the next one, we'll head over to the town's library to study with Alana. For now, though, bye 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 bye.